Good day, fellow bettors. Thank you for joining me for another video for your Ligue betting tips and predictions. Today, I will be sharing with you my predictions and betting tips on the match result, correct scoreline prediction, which you can use in turn to determine the expected number of games in a particular game, and then you can place bets and over and under goal scores, total goals that is. And also, I'll be sharing with you bets on the handicap system. And so, therefore, for this year game week, we're going to start here on Friday, which is tomorrow, and we're going to go all the way through to Sunday. And so, tomorrow we're going to start with Lille versus Lyon. And for Lille versus Lyon, I am expecting both teams to battle this one out. And so, therefore, I'll say this one turned in a draw for me. Both teams to score. In terms of correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-all draw here. And also, in terms of the double chance bet, I'll go ahead and I'll take a bet for a draw and under 4.5 goals. All right, so let's just go ahead and give you a quick recap here for Lille versus Lyon. I'm expecting this one to end in a draw, expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 2-all draw here, and that's $12 in terms of the odds. In terms of a double chance bet, you could go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for the game. And so, therefore, that's what I'm expecting from this game. Lille versus Lyon. And now we're going to move on to our next game. And our next game will be Angers versus Stade Reims. And for Stade Reims, I'm expecting this one to be closely contested. And so, therefore, I see this game we should have here. And it should be an interesting one. As you can see, I'm just trying to pull up the form sheet here. As you can see, the form is 53% for Angers, and for Rennes, it is 47%. The last 5 games, they have managed to win 3. They have managed to win 3, and like the 1-2, and also Angers 1-2 as well. But they've had more draws. Yeah. So therefore, for this particular game, Angers versus Rennes, I'm expecting here. I'm going to go here and I'm going to take this one to be a draw as well. For this one to be a draw, both teams to score. In terms of my correct scoreline, I go with a 1-all draw. If we should have more than 2 goals here, if we should have anything outside of a draw, I think we might have Rennes edging Angers. And so in terms of a double chance, I'll go with a draw and under 4.5 goals. So let's just move along and go right into the recap for Angers versus Rennes. For Angers versus Rennes, I'm expecting this one to end in a draw. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 1-all draw here in this game. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for this game. All right. So those are my predictions for Angers versus Rennes, and now we're going to move on to our next game, which is Brest versus Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. For Brest versus PSG, I'm expecting this one to be not close, but it depends on the PSG that turns up. It could get interesting. So, but I'm gonna take PSG to win this one. Both teams to score. In terms of double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying PSG wins this one 3-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take PSG to take this one by 2 goals on the handicap system. Yes, there we go. We could also take stay on the safer side to take PSG to win by a goal, because it's a really lovely odds. It's over $2, so we're going to take that one. All right. So let's go ahead and give you a quick recap here for Brest versus PSG. And for Brest versus PSG, I'm expecting PSG to win this one at $1.42. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying PSG wins this game 3-0 over Brest, and that's $9 in terms of the odds for the correct score at the present moment, that is. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take PSG to win this one by a goal. Alright, so let's just go ahead now and move on to our next game. And our next game will be Clermont versus Uns. And for Clermont versus Uns, I'm expecting Uns to squeeze the victory here from Clermont. It's not going to be easy though. and I'll say either teams not to score, both teams not to score, that is. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Uns wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Uns to win by a goal, and then we're going to take a draw. Alright, so recap for the Clement versus Uns game. I'm expecting Uns to win this one, and in terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-0 victory here for Uns over Clement, and that's $8 in terms of the odds for the correct scoreline prediction, that is. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw here, basis being Uns winning by a goal. Alright, so those are my predictions for Clement versus Uns, and now we're going to move on to Ajaccio versus Montpellier. And for Ajaccio versus Montpellier, I'm going to go here with Ajaccio taking the victory here over Montpellier, and I say both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 2-1 victory here for Ajaccio over Montpellier. And in terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take a draw here, basis being or earlier predicted scoreline. Alright, so recap now for Ajaccio versus Montpellier. I'm expecting Ajaccio to win here at $3. In terms of correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have both not correct prediction, but both teams scoring, that is. I'm expecting both teams to score, and that's $1.95 if that happens. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score, and that's $3.20. Correct scoreline prediction now, folks. I'm expecting Ajaccio to win this one 2-1 over Montpellier, and that's $11 in terms of the odds. In terms of the handicap system now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a draw, basis being Ajaccio winning by a goal. Alright, so those are my predictions for Ajaccio versus Montpellier, and now we're going to move on over to Angers versus Toulouse. And for Angers versus Toulouse, I'm expecting that this one should be closely contested. Angers, they've given up a good fight at home in a couple of games so far this season, and so therefore Toulouse have to be very mindful of what they're going up against here against Toulouse, against Angers, that is. And so I'm going to go with Angers to win this one, especially coming to the end of the season. Teams are clutching for points. It's not going to be easy, so Angers are in a poor run of form. So I'm saying here we should have Angers to win and both teams to score. Otherwise, I think this is going to end in a draw. So in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying 2-1 victory here for Angers over Toulouse. And in terms of the handicap system, we're now going to go ahead and we're going to take a draw, basis being or predicted scoreline. Right. So recap now for Angers versus Toulouse. I'm expecting Angers to win this one at $3.60. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 2-1 victory here for Angers over Toulouse, and that's $11 in terms of the odds right now. On the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and take a draw, basis being Angers winning by a goal. Alright, so those are my predictions for Angers versus Toulouse, and that's how the cookie crumbles for that game. Now we're going to move on to our next game, and the next game will be Lorient versus Troyes. And for Orient versus Troyes, Lorient rather, not Orient, and for Lorient versus Troyes, I'm expecting this one to be closely contested, so I'm going to take this one to be a draw. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 12 draw here. And in terms of the double chance, I'll go ahead and I'll take a draw and under 4.5 goals. Right. So recapping predictions here for Lorient versus Troyes, I'm expecting that this one to end in a draw, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-all draw here between Troyes and Lorient, and that's $13 in terms of the correct scoreline prediction odds. And in terms of a double chance, I go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total, and that's $3.80. Alright, so these are my predictions for Lorient versus Troyes, and now we're going to move on over to Nantes versus Nice. And for Nantes versus Nice, I'm expecting this one to be closely contested, but Nice should at the end of the day come out on top. So Nice to win, both teams to score. In terms of double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I say Nice wins this one 2-1. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw here. Basis being Nice winning by a goal, as you can see. All right, so recapping predictions for Nantes versus Nice. I'm expecting Nantes to win this one at $2.90. Both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score, and that's $3.10. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory here for Nice over, not Nice, for Nantes over Nice, and that's $11 in terms of the odds. On the handicap side of the football now, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw here, basis being Nantes winning by a goal, and that's $4.33 presently here on Betway. Alright, so these are all my predictions for Nantes versus Nice, and now we're going to move on over to Monaco versus Reims. Monaco versus Stade Reims. And so for this game, Monaco being at home, I'm expecting Monaco find themselves and win this one. I've been slacking off of late a bit, but I say Monaco to win, both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Monaco wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Monaco to win by a goal here. Alright, so let's just go ahead and give you a recap now for Monaco versus Stade Reims. And for Monaco versus Stade Reims, I'm expecting Monaco to win at $1.83. Also, I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline prediction down now, folks. I'm saying Monaco versus Stade Reims. I'm expecting Monaco to win this game 2-0 over Stade Reims, and that's $9 in terms of the odds. Now on the handicap side of the football, I'm expecting Monaco to win by a goal here. I'm taking them to win by a goal based on my correct scoreline prediction, and that's $3.10 if that should hold up. Right, so let's move on over to our next game, and our next game after Monaco versus Stade Reims is Marseille versus Racing Strasbourg, and this game is our final game for this year game week. Marseille versus Strasbourg, and for Marseille versus Strasbourg, I'm expecting Marseille being at home. I'm saying Marseille should handle business here, so Marseille to win, both teams to score. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Marseille wins this one 3-1. On the handicap system, we'll go ahead and we will take Marseille to win by a goal here, and that's $2. Those are nice enough odds. So let's just roll back up, folks, and give you a quick recap for Marseille versus Racing Strasbourg. And this game is, I'm expecting Marseille to win this one at $1.37. Expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score, and that's $2.70 if that should happen. Now for the correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying Marseille wins this one 3-1 over Racing Strasbourg, and that's $11 currently in terms of the odds. On the handicap system now, we'll go ahead and we'll take Marseille to win this one by a goal, and that's $2 in terms of the odds, folks. So but pretty much that's how the quickie crumbles for this year week for your French Ligue 1 betting tips and predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video, so thank you once again for joining me, and as usual, I'll see best of luck betting, and I hope you have a wonderful week and a profitable one, that is. So thank you once again, and enjoy the weekend.